This week, has the housing crash been canceled? A look at the larger economic forces in play that may be propping up today's high home prices.
Building relationships is the way Mutual of Omaha has grown into one of the leading financial services companies in the world. Our reverse mortgage wholesale division is proud to carry on this 100-plus year tradition. To your borrowers, a reverse mortgage is more than a transaction. It's a promise of a better, more stress-free life. Our goal is to provide you, our valued client, with the best service and support possible so you can focus on helping your borrowers achieve the retirement of their dreams.
Welcome back to the Industry Leader Update. Has the housing crash been canceled? That's the question that many real estate and mortgage professionals are asking after a year of housing crash predictions that have failed to materialize, at least nationwide. After all, home prices have remained relatively steady and modestly increased in the last year. However, as all real estate is local, several metros are seeing significant drops in home prices. According to data from Realtor.com, active listings across the nation have jumped from 563,000 to 734,000 from April 2023 to 2024. That's a 30% increase in listings and more than double what we had in April 2022. If this trend continues, expect to see downward pressure on home prices and a more pronounced increase in price cuts in markets where housing inventories are surging above the national average, and a few are. The markets to watch are those with both increases in housing inventory and an increase in price cuts. However, bank rate reports that the National Association of Realtors data reveals that median home sale prices of existing homes are still at near record highs. April 2024's median of $407,000 is slightly off the all-time high of $413,000, but it's the highest April median on record. Now, all this has led many housing economists to conclude that no housing crash is imminent for 5 reasons. 1, housing inventory remains low with a 3.5-month supply of homes recorded in April. In a balanced real estate market, we typically see 6-month supply. 2nd, builders cannot catch up to meet the demand. 3rd, demographics are creating a new supply of home buyers across the nation, including millennials and Hispanics. The 4th reason, lending standards remain strict, unlike the loose lending practices in the years that led up to the great housing crash and financial crisis of 2008. And 5th, foreclosures have not significantly spiked. So, what has the Federal Reserve's repeated rate hikes and the subsequent doubling of the average 30-year mortgage rate, what has it really accomplished? Well, they certainly didn't crash the housing market, we know that. However, they did successfully slow the annual rate of headline inflation from a high of 9.2% in June 2022 to 3.3% in May, according to the latest data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now, while the Federal Reserve's series of rate hikes and its higher for longer strategy have slowed what was once a red-hot housing market, they may have actually unwittingly made inflation sticky above their 2% target. However, one former White House economic advisor during the Obama administration and a housing analyst see the Fed's higher for longer interest rate strategy not as curative, but rather a serious misjudgment. In their recent Washington Post op-ed entitled "Note to Fed, It's Okay to Cut Interest Rates," now former Obama economic advisor and housing expert Jim Parrott and Moody's Analytics chief economist Mark Zandi say that the Fed should now declare victory on inflation and begin cutting rates. That seems counterintuitive to everything we've heard, but wait. Their rationale is that the inclusion of home ownership costs and the imputed rents are not only inaccurate, but they're skewing the inflation index higher, artificially boosting a real annualized rate of inflation. They say the Fed's aggressive hiking has worsened the tight supply in the housing market by making it harder to build new homes and also by discouraging homeowners from giving up their low mortgage rates. In conclusion, despite increasing pressure from politicians, economists, and Wall Street, guess what? The Fed is likely to keep rates higher for longer. This begs the question if this strategy will create unnecessary harm to our economy, or if lowering interest rates could trigger a wave of housing inventory and perhaps push home prices down. Now, what are your thoughts? Leave your comments in the comment section below. And also, if you'd be so kind as to share this video on LinkedIn, thanks for each of you that do that each week. We have a weekly podcast, both a video and audio edition. If you wish to listen, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, and Podbean. And our video edition, of course, is here at heckhamworld.com and on YouTube. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to return next week for more reverse mortgage news, commentary, and analysis you'll only find here at Heckham World.